Tennis controversy analyzed. Who was the real winner, Raducanu or Sabalenka? Cincinnati 2025. Tennis fans, the Cincinnati Open just delivered one of the most talked about moments of the entire season, and no, it wasn't just about the incredible rallies or the blistering winners. In her tense match against Aryna Sabalenka, Raducanu found herself at the center of a controversy that's got the tennis world buzzing. The chair umpire actually stopped play midpoint sequence to scold her for talking to her coach. Cameras zoomed in, microphones caught the tension, and the clip went viral almost instantly. Now, fans are split. Was this the umpires simply doing their job, or was Emma unfairly singled out? But here's where it gets even more interesting. This match wasn't just about the rules. It reignited a much bigger conversation in the tennis community. Who is the greater player right now? Is it Emma Raducanu, the 2021 US Open champion still searching for consistency, or the relentless, big-hitting, mentally ironclad world number 2 Aryna Sabalenka? Let's break it all down. The flashpoint came late in the second set. Sabalenka was already in control of the scoreboard, but Raducanu was fighting hard to find a way back in. After missing a couple of first serves and losing a long rally, Emma glanced toward her player box. Nothing unusual in itself, but her lips were clearly moving as if she were giving or receiving instructions. Under current WTA rules, some forms of on-court coaching are permitted, but there are still boundaries. The umpire, from their elevated chair, apparently decided Emma crossed that line. And here's where the drama kicked in. The match was halted briefly. The umpire leaned forward and issued a warning. Raducanu's reaction? A look of absolute disbelief, a shake of the head, and a half-smile that screamed, "Seriously?" Meanwhile, on the other side of the net, Sabalenka just kept bouncing the ball, her expression unreadable, locked into her own rhythm. Fans watching live picked up on the body language immediately. One player looked rattled, the other looked as though nothing could crack her concentration. That tiny shift in energy? It's often all it takes at this level to tip a match. It didn't take long for the moment to explode online. Clips were posted on X within minutes. Instagram fan pages were dissecting the exchange frame by frame, and TikTok edits started flooding the For You pages. Some Raducanu supporters argued passionately that she wasn't violating the rules, pointing out other players who have talked to their boxes without consequence. Others insisted the umpire was well within their rights, warning that if players are allowed to push the line unchecked, the integrity of match play suffers. A new thread of conversation even popped up. Are younger, less established players held to stricter standards than seasoned champions? Because critics were quick to mention that top-ranked stars have occasionally been seen engaging in far more blatant coaching interactions without a whisper from officials. This moment is juicier when you consider the contrasting careers of these two women. Raducanu is still the sport's Cinderella story, a qualifier who won the 2021 US Open without dropping a set, becoming an overnight superstar. But her journey since has been turbulent. Injuries, coaching changes, ranking drops, and an intense media spotlight. She's been trying to rebuild her momentum, and each high-profile match is another chance to prove she's more than just a one-time miracle run. Sabalenka, in contrast, has been the slow-burn success. No fairy-tale leap to the top, just relentless grind year after year, climbing the rankings, improving her mental game, and building a resume that now includes multiple Grand Slam titles and weeks at world number 1. So when they face off, it's not just a match, it's a duel between raw potential and established dominance. On paper, Aryna Sabalenka has the clear edge. She's won Grand Slams in both hard and clay court formats, reached countless semifinals and finals, and has one of the highest win percentages on tour in the last 3 seasons. Her serve regularly hits the 115 to 120 miles per hour mark, and her forehand is pure destruction when it lands. Raducanu, though, has a statistic on her side that's easy to overlook. She's already proven she can go through a Grand Slam without losing a set, something even seasoned pros have never done. That's not luck, that's peak performance under pressure. But for her, the challenge is sustaining that level over an entire season, not just a magical fortnight. Sabalenka plays aggressive, first-strike tennis. She dictates the pace, forces opponents onto the back foot, and thrives when she's the one deciding how a point ends. It's high risk, high reward, but she's learned to control that risk better in recent years. Raducanu, on the other hand, is a counterpuncher with elite timing. She uses her movement, anticipation, and ability to redirect pace to dismantle power hitters. When she's locked in, she frustrates big hitters into errors. But when she's off her game, the lack of free points from a massive serve or forehand makes it harder for her to survive pressure spells. The Cincinnati incident also highlighted the mental side of tennis. Sabalenka thrives under chaos. She's been booed, she's been pushed to 3-set marathons, and she's walked away stronger. Raducanu is still building that resilience. She's had to deal with immense pressure since her breakthrough, but each controversy, like this umpire scolding, is another test of her composure. The difference between the two right now may not be physical at all. It might be mental. So, who's greater? If we're talking about achievements today, Sabalenka wins hands down. Her record, her ranking, and her consistency put her at the top of the sport. But if we're talking about ceiling, the highest possible peak performance, Raducanu's US Open run suggests she has the tools to beat anyone when everything aligns. The Cincinnati controversy might fade in the headlines, but it adds a new chapter to this budding rivalry. And if fate keeps drawing these two together, we might just be witnessing one of the most compelling player matchups of the next decade. So what's your take? Was the umpire right to step in, or did Raducanu get a raw deal? And when you look at greatness, do you value consistent excellence, or the rare spark of brilliance that can change everything? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button if you live for tennis drama, and make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the sport's biggest talking points.